Jimmy Cavs, 5150, thank you for watching. Today's a very special day for me. I know that I've said this before in the past, but one of the things that I enjoy immensely is when I meet iconic, groundbreaking, innovative performers that touched me when I was, can you believe I used to be a young kid, man? A waist 29. The moisturizers ain't working no more. Here I am with Snake and Chewy of Voivod. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Let's get into it. You're performing tonight in Los Angeles. You're on tour supporting The Wake, which was the release that the new release that came out last year of September. How are you enjoying performing here on the tour?
Oh, it's great. I mean, this record is something really special. I think we put a lot of effort into it. It took like 3 years to put it together, and playing live, it's something that you cannot really describe. Sometimes it's just like so fun to share with people. And what amazed me now is just that it's only 1 year old and people knows the lyrics and they're really into it. And so I think after all that work, when you work hard, it pays off somehow. It's just that, and it's a great feeling, yeah.
I'm going to try and not be a fan because a majority of my audience hate when I get fanboyed out, but I want to say this. Both of you did an amazing job. Well, the whole band did an amazing job on this record. As a longtime fan like yourself, one of the things that's very interesting about the whole Voivod interdimension, is the fact that from the beginnings to present day, there's been so much evolution creatively, artistically, musically. But as we discussed the last time, the passing of Piggy and that unfortunate human factor, it tends to affect certain artists, not yourselves, but in the past it has affected certain audience where they are unable to recoup that creative force, or they feel stagnated and alienated because now they feel that they have to appease the fans with what they know. Which leads my next question to you, Chewy. Congratulations. I really love the fact on this record, which not only you participated in, but you were able to achieve your own identity. No disrespect to Piggy, but what I mean by that is on this record, it's the next evolution, the next chapter, the next phase, and you're very prominently involved with you being Chewy. How do you feel about that?
Well, of course, when we worked on Target Earth, which came out in 2013, I think, or 12, it was the first time we would work together for composing and everything, and I had this kind of shadow of what Voivod should sound like or would sound like without Piggy, and I was pretty worried about that when I was writing riffs and ideas, but at the same time, after a while, I just let go of it because I thought I'm a fan of Voivod since I'm 11 years old. It's the band that I've listened to the most in my entire life, and I've listened to a lot of stuff like different genre, but Voivod was always the center, and it always gave me a lot of how do you say, Voivod was so unique that everything else for me was kind of bland. Like I always was looking for this spark of originality and uniqueness in everything else that I've listened to. And when I became a musician and a composer, I wanted to have this thing, but I think I already had it because of what I was listening to.
Right.
So it's kind of grew up in me naturally. So when we did the Target Earth, after a while I became more comfortable and more natural at writing, and without asking too much question to myself. And then we did a few years later we work on Post Society with the new lineup. So something kind of opened for all of us with the new dynamics of the new lineup, and we would work together without any ego in the way. once an idea was out there, it was everybody's ideas. It was not my or his or whatever, and we would work together to make it the best idea, the best music possible. And it became Voivod music right away. Like as soon as Michel is playing and Snake is singing, it becomes Voivod colors, and it's pretty magical. So for the wake, we had the team with Francis who produced Post Society, and we developed this way of working, which worked really well, and it was very easy then to know in advance what kind of a step process we would take to make it in the studio and be ready for every part and every song, except for one, Sonic Mycelium, the last song of the album. I had to write between 2 gigs in Montreal, a TV show that I do every year to help kids in the street. I participate in it as a freelance, but Michel is a very fast recording drummer. He does everything pretty much one take, and he does different takes and until it's satisfactory. But so after a week of drumming, not even a week, it was done with the drum tracks, and this song was not finished. So
pressure's on.
Yeah. And I had this idea of using the main theme of every song and put it together as a puzzle. And so I had 2 days and a half to finish it at home, because it was the only song that we didn't rehearse at all. We haven't seen each other to practice. So I did the puzzle and everything, and so we could finish the drum tracks, and it ended up to be 12 minutes of music, and I had only maybe 2 or 3 minutes done before that. So that was one. That one was pretty stressful, but it came out good. I think maybe with the pressure and everything. And Snake also had this idea to use the main vocal themes from every song and put it over other part of other songs. Like it's quite interesting for the fan that listen to it, because it's kind of a puzzle, and it's interactive in the way that when you discover that that's the vocal from that song, but that is the riff from this other song. It's not in the same key and the same tempo, unconsciously, not really in a knowledge kind of approach, unless you're a musician or educated musician or whatever. But anyway, so we worked all together very hard. It was a very fun process too. We had
Was
a lot
it fun?
Yes.
It was like a puzzle thing. It was taking like one line from one song, and then maybe I can sing the melody of that song with that line on that riff, and it's like, does it work? And then it's like, yeah, I think it would work. And then next part, same thing. Okay, I'm gonna take like this part, singing that phrase, but with another melody, with another whatever surrounding musical surrounding or whatever. And so it became like a fun thing to do, and I was all thrilled about it, because at the beginning when he came up with the idea, I said, yeah, but I have no time to do anything. I'm gonna be, what am I gonna do with that? And
Time, the greatest enemy.
And then I was like kind of rushed, and so I decided, hey, listen, I should go easy with it and just have fun with it, instead of taking it too seriously. And it paid off. I mean, it's something that is for the listener. He's gonna go like, hey, I've heard that. I have heard that before, but I can't remember the song because it's a different melody, but it's the same line. And it's like confuses people a bit, So yeah, it was really fun to do.
This is not new. You've in your past releases, some more than others, you've always have dealt with the subconscious and the psychic of the mind. And what I mean by that, even from a Way's artwork, the storylines, the Voivod universe.